It's better if I'm turning on my camera. Hi team, how are you? Welcome for this coding chilled session. So we are here for a moment during the afternoon, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. And this is the second episode of creating micro frontends using framework JavaScript. So we are in a great mood. We have a good time together. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. So happy Woman Day, by the way, to all these women, and we give you all our support for all the good things you've done and you are doing every day. Good. So we are here, and now what I want to do is to create an Angular macro frontend. No, a React macro frontend. We did the Angular last week. So that was we created an Angular macro frontend. And what I want to do now is to create something quite equivalent using React. And probably we will do the same using Vue.js. Anyway, we have time. So the main difference is by using Angular or React will be that I know React, I know Angular, how to create element with Angular, but I don't know exactly how to create them. So custom element and all the things we saw last week with React. So I already use it, to create components from existing application, but I'm just wondering how it works exactly if I'm using it from scratch. So let's try to find some good resources on internet, because this is how people does. I mean, to learn, so you need to find good resources. then try to understand and do by ourselves. Here we go. So let me check a few things. Perfect. So, okay. I'm launching my, okay. And I can share my screen with you. Let's, it should be this one. That's cool. Here we go. So what I want to do is to create React app micro frontend. Exactly what I wanted to do. So, so how to create a micro frontend application using React, how to develop micro frontends using React, micro frontend with React dev community. I just had a look quickly, I mean, before the stream started, and I figured out that this one is quite good, but I didn't add time to check everything. So we will discover it together. So the goal of this blog post is to explain how to create an application that is made from 3 different micro frontends, one container application, one header, and one blog application. For our session, we will do things differently. So instead of create elements like that, we'll just create one micro frontend, and the idea is then to compose everything using the same the different application from our previous stream. So let's go on GitHub. No, I don't know why I'm in incognito mode. So let's go on GitHub, github.com, and then, so the first things, of course, will be to create a repository. So I think I already have an Angular one. No. Okay, this was this one, ng social code. So we can create another one that will be a React social code. So we want to create social code, React social code. Okay, make it public. Okay, so I'm sharing it with the chat. So if you want to access it, you can. So of course, for the moment, we have nothing, but we will try to create application and commit it into this repository. So what this blog post is telling us, microfrontends with React. So we all know about microservices, which help to develop, deploy, and maintain applications individually, like Uberware booking and payment services are individually developed and deployed. Okay, same way we can develop React applications individually. It means your application is divided into various individual applications and easy to maintain. That concept known as microfrontends. Oh, good. We can download source and code from GitHub, create React applications. So let's create a React application. So it's using npx. I don't know if I have it already. So let me try to test it. npx. Yeah, I have it. Of course, it's not working like this. Okay, let me. So the first things I do is to go into my project folder and check. So I think I have ng social code here, so I can take React social code and npx create. So I don't remember exactly what npx is. Create React app. So create React app. create React app npx. So if you want to install it, welcome, getting started. So create React apps is an officially supported way to create single page React applications for modular. Okay, npx. npx comes from npm 5.2. That's great. So you can use npx, an npm package number, package runner. Okay, got it. So it's not coming from React, it's coming from npm. That's good. So if you already have Node installed, it comes with npm, that comes with npx. So you can use Node, you can install Node from Node.js from this website, and I suggest you to use the LTS version or to use NVM. So you can switch to several Node version. So you can switch. It's really easy. So anyway, but it's a good solution. So instead of installing Node, you can use NVM and then switch from different version of Node and easily, upgrade your Node version too. Anyway, so basically, what we need is to create a React application. So let's try to do that. And then, so he created a constant blog and array. Okay. He create a blog file. Okay. He's creating a router, but I think we don't want the router history here. Blog details. We don't need to have all this code, I think. We can have only one things. So he's modifying app.js, default is 3. Okay, and then it's containing the application using the container. So I think what we need is to create the custom elements. So, okay, start different applications. Render micro frontend. I'm not sure this is exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm not sure this is exactly what I'm looking for. Anyway, we can start by just creating, the application and then move to something different, because I feel this is not exactly what I'm looking for. I can't see any custom element things of wrapping things here. It's like, they are creating one application that contains several components. So they have header, blog, macro frontend history. So he has created an element that his name is macro frontend, but I'm just wondering, where is it? So we have the blog detail. I think they are using the same solution here, but this is once again it's a bit different. It's like, you already have an application that contains several components, and then you want to split them into individual micro frontend components. Maybe I need to check what we have on Nintendo. So we already have micro frontends using React. I didn't want to use them because already everything is already um, present, available. But maybe it could be a good solution, to also understand and select the element one by one. While if you check that, mm, the goal they want to achieve is a bit different from what I want. So probably this is not what I need, but because all these things is finally they did a composition, and we don't want to use the composition because we will using an application composition platform. So we don't want to compose things here. So let's do it differently anyway. So we want to create React app. I will call it React social. I don't know if it will create my folder. Oh yeah, it's creating it. So I need to, or maybe what I can do is remove and so run it again. Okay, team, it's time for, it's too close, too far away. You can see it. Oh yeah, you can. You can see that. It's my favorite candy. I love that. I should not eat too much, but it's very, very good, especially with a coffee. So, so yeah, maybe what we can check is if we check that. I think it's on antenna samples. No. I think this is this one. We have a template. Oh yeah, this is this one. So here we have a template, and this is a React application. So inside the sources, and I think in appgs, no, we have the custom elements here. So the custom element is defined here. So maybe we can try to create something equivalent in our application. What does integration is? Oh yeah, integration is okay. It's a service to consume an API. Okay, good. Perfect. So let's try to open it with IntelliJ. Here we go. So if I understand well, we should have here a simple application using React. So if I do npm start, excuse me, starting the development server, so you can see it because it's on my second screen. Good. I think we should have a default. Oh yeah, this is the default React app. Good. So it's working. So we can close that. And we can go back to that. So we should have here in the SRC project, the SRC folder. So we have the app.js, and this is the main function of our application. So that means what we can do if maybe it could be to try to create a macro frontend from the existing example of Nintendo. So made from my colleagues. So they created something like custom elements. So let's create new directory, custom element, without an S. Yeah, custom element. And if we go there, we can see it's okay. So let's say we can create a new file that is social card app.js. Oh no, I just figured out we didn't commit everything to GitHub, so we need to change that. We need to change everything. So to add the git remote origin, then to change the main branch name, and to push everything on GitHub. Okay, so our application is available on GitHub. And then that's mean we can create these social card apps, that is the custom element. So if I check what I have here, I can check that. And maybe we can try to understand after all what we have here. So we import from React from React from React, app from app. That is basically, oh, not DSS, excuse me. This JS file, so the app JS file, we are importing everything. And we can rename the class, so we can rename it social card app. So it extending the HTML element, and so it's creating an element that is a span, and it's calling the random function, and the random function is this one. So it's creating the React DOM render function, and the app. Okay. Custom element gets this moving point, create element span. So let's social. And instead of ATAPP, that's this one is, oh yeah, this is the class name. So we need to use that instead. So that means we are creating a custom element that the name is social card app if it does exist, or maybe we can use the React social card instead. So we should avoid to use existing element if we do the same with Angular or Vue. So we have the React social card app, React social card. Maybe we can remove app, by the way. React social card app, that is the name of the class. So we try to retrieve it, or we define if it doesn't exist, and then we include into it the social card app class that is defined here, and that render the app that is defined here. So that means when we will use the custom element here, that's will automatically include the app, just like we are if that will have the same rendering that if we directly use the app things. The only things I'm not sure is about the HTML. So let's get a look. Let me change that. No, it's not code, it's dev. Okay, we'll probably be able to have a better view. So we need to skip everything just to check that. What about the HTML file? So we have things ATAPP. Okay, so here we are using the custom element instead of what we have here. That will be divide the root, nothing. And I guess the root is probably defined there. No. Yeah. So the index.js is used to render the element in the root element. Well, in the element that have the root ID that is present here. So what we want to do is not to use that, but is to use the React social code here. I don't know if it will work out of the box. I mean, so it should be something like that. Yeah, and a tag. Custom. No, what I did. Okay. Not sure if it will work. Yeah, the chance that this will not work, I don't know. Yeah, as expected, it doesn't work because if I check that, target container is not the element. So I guess when it's starting, it's trying to find the root ID. That will mean if I change it to that, it's working. But this is not exactly what we want to do. Here, what happened is selecting the element because you have the ID root from the index.js. Maybe we need to check the index.js here if we have one. Index.js is directly importing the custom element. Got it. So instead of trying to defining something here is importing directly custom element. So social RAPP. So that means instead of inside the index.js file, instead of defining the application is rendering, we created a custom element inside these social card apps. Maybe we can also, copy everything here and use it directly from that. We probably don't need to have the custom element file here. We just probably need to change the index element. Yeah, it's maybe a question of visibility. I don't know if it's a better idea to have a custom element file define, a path or not. The thing is, anyway, what we did is to change the way the application is rendering by changing the index.js file and the index.html. So we can remove that, and this is not working. Cannot resolve app. Okay. Do you mean app? Oh yeah. Sorry. Of course I mean. And it's working. And it's quite interesting because you can see that the rendering is a bit different, because instead of, having it in full frame, you have a kind of, yeah, we can see that we have the custom element here, so it's working, but it's quite funny. So the only things we change, so if you remember what we did is, instead of directly put the this app code inside an element that had the ID, the root ID, we change it to contain that into a custom element that the name is React Social Code, and we include it directly into that. So, kind of wrapping. This is why probably we have a merging here. And we call the custom element in here. So we only change the index.js and the index.html to render element into. So maybe we can just change that. Okay. Index here. Okay. So let's commit that. No, just before committing anything. No, I don't want to do that. Please. Okay. Yeah. So what I want to check is do we need to do some changes here? Let me check, because we have some. I know that we already have some code. So this is the custom element. This is the service to connect to an API. So we don't need that. We already did that. The app.js is containing the default or the main code, the main stuff. So we need to change that here to remove the default React element. View for life. Yeah, we will do it. Yeah, I can see that. There is a chat message here. So yeah, we will do the same with you. Not sure next week or in 2 weeks. I don't know exactly, but basically we do Angular, React, and then Vue. It's it's the plan. So we will do that. And if we can, having kind of feedback on the different experience we had using React, Angular, and Vue, it could be very interesting. So probably to try to make a summarize of the different experience we had. Good. So config override. So I don't want to check, but I think we have nothing to do with that. Package.json, it just sames, it just script. And then we have things that is not related to React specifically. Good. So what I want to do, and mm, I'm just wondering if we should create a custom element or not. Maybe it's better. Yeah, let's do it. A good point if we are creating a custom element folder that contains this code is if you open the application, you can directly see that, oh, okay, it's using a custom element. So it's a macro frontend. I said that is social. What was the name here? App. Yeah, we can name it app. Yeah. So we can copy and paste things here, and instead of, we need to take the app instead. And then here we need to import. So import custom. Okay, then it should be enough. So I did nothing done, just, creating a new file and moving the code from index.js to social code app. So it's still working. Good. So let's commit that. So what do we do? We created. Okay. That's good. So let's commit that. So what we want to do is to wrap the React app into a custom element. Okay. So because we are creating a social card app, we want to we need to find a social card code example. I know that for Angular we use the one provided by Angular Material. Yeah. Oh, in this case it's Mobi Scroll. Oh, okay. No, I think this is not what I am looking for. Yeah. React social card MK Menches. This one is great. So let's check. Oh, maybe we can still use dev instead. So what do we have? Component, card, credit box, headline, logo, message. We have a lot of subcomponent here. Then style. Oh, card data too. This one is great. Let's try to find another one. React social. Maybe we can put examples. Hmm. App. So we have a show sort card here. That is a component. Button box. UI button. And post. So I guess posts are here to define the different posts we have. So if I check, oh yeah, so it's basically trying to render all the elements we have here. The only thing is we don't have any, well, we don't have the images, but this one is not so bad. I mean, this one is great, and even this one is also great. It's just like I'm trying to find something quite simple. So I'm sharing with you. I don't know if you want to have some ideas about how to create elements. So feel free to use what you can find on internet because you have a lot of good things. So it's also a good idea. UI button. What about if I'm taking everything here and if I'm go back to my React application? So we can try to default app. Mm, mm, mm. And instead of having that, and I can select create view. Maybe I just need to have this one, and in the return I can have, oh, yeah, we have a map here. So what we can do is instead of using posts, where are posts? Oh, I didn't copy that. So maybe I can use only one. Good. Okay, so instead of we can put current details here, and so that will mean here instead of using we can said it's the code details. Mm. Button box, UI button. Good. What happened? So React is not defined. Search for the keyword. So lines 53. React components. Oh yeah, I don't have any import of React. Let me check. I think I have something. Yeah. Need to copy that. Okay, so it's not very beautiful, but it works. So why it's not beautiful? It's because let me remove that. Probably we are missing some CSS now. Yeah, we have some CSS here. Ooh, yeah, we have a lot of CSS. So we need to add more CSS element. Hmm. Oh no, we put it in the index, but we are in the app. I don't know if it makes it's a bit different. It makes some changes. Yeah. So that works. So we now have the app, the JS. The only thing is I'm not very comfortable by having all this code here. So I think this is not a good option if you create an application. So I guess the only things we should have is that in the app, and all these elements should be exported into React components. So as I said, I'm not a React expert, so this is why I'm understanding from using a React application. So I'm using React to create application, but it's also a way to uh, being compliant with some global generic coding rules. So if I'm creating a new folder here, maybe I will define it as components, and inside it I will put all the components. So that means if I create a new file, I can name it social car. So it's basically, oh no, social car.js. Let me until rename. Yeah, so .js. So why? Because I will copy this code here and that. And so instead of putting everything in the same file, we can easily split elements into separated files. It's easier to read, easier to maintain, and probably also to test, even if we don't talk about tests for the moment. But I guess for testing purposes, we should use that. Okay, so render. So this one works, but we need to create the other one. So here social card is creating function, create a class. So we need to import also yeah, I guess we should put React first, and then we can import social card from components. The class is not used directly. Maybe we just need to import it like this. Oh, unresolved components. Create function component social card? No. But the function is here. Oh, maybe we need to export that. Yeah. Um, yeah, because export default. So it's not only a question of defining elements, we need to also export elements then. So we define them and we export them. We don't need app anymore. So that will mean in the app, then we can import. So shortcut. And it works. Okay. So we need to do the same with UI card and UI button and probably button box. Okay, UI card. What is your card? UI card. So this is the constant. I'm just wondering if maybe we can put the UI card directly here. So defining here. What will be the difference? So UI card is defining the way we are, yeah, the way we are defining the HTML element for the card. So I guess we can put it into the same file. So one that's define it's like, you know, you can extract elements into separate things. Also maybe to help people to understand how the card is built. And then you have the class and you export the class and you finally use the class. And will this be so if we check, so it's not working because the button box is not defined on the social card. So we need to define it. So that will mean we need to extract it from the app.js. Okay. And so this is the button box, and probably so this is another component. I'm just wondering if the UI button will be the same. So the UI button is used here. Not sure if it's a component. So let's create a new file. So button box. Add the button box. So by the way, I didn't add it. Git add. So the button box will work like the social card before. So we just need to copy everything here and use the button box like this. We need to just wondering why this indentation is like this. Yeah, this is not perfect because I don't have all the tools well defined for my application. So probably I would love to use Prettier instead of reformat everything by myself. If I need okay. So we have the UI button, this is defined here, and we have the button box that extend the React component. And what we do need is once again to export elements. So we did like export default social card, so we can also export default button box. We have the button box, we have the social card, and the button box is used inside the social card. So then that will mean we need to import it also here. Import button box from button box. Yeah, we will probably also be able to put everything into the social card, but it's probably better, to separate everything. So we have the social card that contains elements and a button box that contains the button. So we have several different components, and we want them to be split into several files. So we have the box, we have the card, and React button. That's great. And I think in the app.js, let me check. So we still have the card details. And so React app component. So we don't need to import the button box because the social card is importing it and we are not using it here. So I think everything is done. The only thing is we need probably to change the image. So let me check it. Open recent. Maybe we can reuse the same we used in the Angular project. Yeah, I know it's Google material example, but yeah, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's working well. So we can also, com- compare it. Shiba Inu, upgrade, upgrade. Hmm. It's not looking so bad. It's not looking so bad. I mean, even it's looking, well, great. Oh, we have an issue here. None, not an ember. Why? Maybe I'm missing something here. Oh, we don't have the like. Oh my god, we don't have the like. Okay, so it is built. So okay, after the content, we need like is clicked and like. Hey, that's quite funny because like is clicked is to true, and if you oh yeah, no, that's great, it's working. I was thinking it was not working. So like it's click. So you have 5 likes, and because it's click, you have one more when the component is built. So we have something great. So let me check if we can. So to be honest, I was thinking we needed more time to create the social card, but finally it was quite fast. So I don't need it. So let me remember. So before that, we had the default React thing. So we can create a real social card from this example, and we can put the URL in the example. So if you want to check, it, you can still access it. So I already shared the link in the chat, but you can still access it if you want. And if you want to check my repository, React social card here. So 3 commits. You can access to this project and get back everything. So you will be able to run the application and to have the same things that I have that is present here. Oh, maybe we can. Oh yeah, no, the React app, we don't care so much about that. So let's try to. Maybe we can do quickly a good exercise. What happens if I run the npm stats? I hope they will not use the same port. Or I guess they will change it. Oh no, it's not the same one. Okay. So if you remember well, this social card Yeah, so we did this one with Angular and Angular material. That is, well, it's not so bad. It's pretty good. Oh, maybe we can, instead of using dog bread here, app, we can add the real content. Yeah, so it's better. And we have this one. Oh, of course, this isn't exactly the same. Even, the image is a bit cropped there because it's probably too large for these things. But anyway, it's still examples. So we can see we have, and I think it really depends, on the kind of element you want to create. So if you want to change some, CSS things, you can do it here to make the React macro frontend looking to the Angular one, or the contrary, if you want to change Angular material things to look like React things. But anyway, this is not the important things here. The most important thing is to understand that we can easily create components, macro frontends, using Angular and React in this case. I would say that React was a bit easier, but to be honest, I really have an example from Nintendo. So, but my understanding from this experience is, yeah, if you want to do both, I mean, if you want to create components, micro frontend with both, it's quite easy. But I think it's easier with React, to be honest. I feel like this is my feeling from that is you need to create the custom element, and yeah, basically we just needed that. The main difference with Angular was we needed to add Angular elements. That is another library providing by Angular, the Angular project. But anyway, we needed to add it, whatever. And in this case, nothing to do instead of create the custom element class from the scripts. Good. We have to commit something. Oh yeah, we updated the description. So description, and then we can commit. So less than 1 hour. 1 hour. Well, let's say 1 hour to create that, but I think it's really easy. So I mean, you don't need to manage too many things to create a React application. Then here, the good things will be to work with designers, to probably add more sections, like a header, something like this. But anyway, we've wrapped all the code into this element, and now it's working. So I'm glad to see that everything is working as expected. Yeah, we have a bit of time, but I think we can close this stream right now because we did everything we want to do. The next step will be to use Vue.js next time. So the idea is, once again, is to create micro frontends using React, Angular, and Vue.js. So everything is, you can find everything on my GitHub account. So I have all the React social code and ng social code repositories, and the next one will be Vue social code, of course. So the same, and with the same ID, we will create the same thing. Is with Vue create a component element, a custom element, a macro frontend to create a social card. So we will have a Vue social card here. That's great. So what I will do is to create a blog post from our experience here and try to summarize everything, so you will be able to access to this blog post to understand what happened, and if you want to do the same for your own. And if you have some, suggestion or some idea, feel free to send me a message. So I'm available on Twitter at avdave4j. And if you want, so let me put it on the chat. So I'm available on twitter.com. So avdave4j. That's it. Yeah. So here, avdave4j. So if you want to, yeah, this is the good one. So if you want to send me some message, you can easily, contact me there. And if you want also to contact us on Discord, you can access our Discord channel here. So let me once again also send some. No, please. So if I want to invite people there, okay. If you want to join us, you can join us here. So basically, we are building a community around composability, and what we want to do is also to create all these elements, creating content. We are available also on Dev2. So if you want to check, I'm also available on Dev2 here. Once again, it's the same thing. And we are looking for marvelous people. So if you want to join us, feel free. It's free, and we are creating content around the community, so you can also be a contributor and learn composability and everything that is need to be learned for create components. You can also follow us on YouTube and add some likes, or let's say thumb. That's it. That's the name in English. Thumb. Thank you everybody for being there. I wish you a good day and see you soon. And once again, happy Woman Day for all the women that are here and all the women in the IT. See you. Bye bye.